Coach's Corner here as we get ready for the homecoming game as the Wolverines host the Heritage War Eagles. Coach Pratt joining me now from the Den. And Coach, 3 games left to go. Just kind of how do you feel about the momentum and the track that your team is on right now?
Well, we feel really confident on how our kids are playing and the excitement we have going in our program. You want to try to peak when you're going in to the end of the season, and so we've got to make sure we continue to climb and not peak in the middle of the season and then start falling off. So, you got Heritage coming in, it's homecoming, it's all the distractions that go along with it. The parade, homecoming court, pepper song, all the things that go on with it. But the most important thing for us is going out and playing well. And like you said, ever since the fourth quarter of Rogers game and then last week against Harbor, we've played really well. And we hope that continues. And, that all starts with being focused and doing your assignment. Make sure you take care of business.
Have you noticed a particular leap in Dalton Rice's play since that Rogers game, leading the comeback twice in that game? And then last week he was really sharp.
He looked really sharp against Harbor. I think his stats, he broke the school record for the percentage of a game. We've never been over 80%, and he was 84%. And one of those was a drop, so we could have been even more. I think that as he gets more and more games under his belt, even though he's a senior and he did start a couple games last year, still a little new to him. He's starting to get familiar with what we're trying to do and familiar with his teammates. I think the big thing is the receivers and him having a really good timing and that with a lot of reps in practice and after practice, and they're kind of clicking together, and we'll continue to try to get better. And he's a kid that wants to succeed and is selfless of anybody that's on our team, and whatever he's got to do to make it successful. And he's playing really well. The other one that played phenomenal last week was Ethan Grigg. He had 10 tackles on defense, had an interception, 2 caused fumbles, was 6 of 6 PATs, blocked a PAT.
Mm-hmm.
He attempted a 49-yard field goal and just missed it. A lot of touchbacks on his kickoff. So, he's really playing well. The pick was phenomenal, and so we want him to continue to do the same thing. And then, obviously Harris and Jackson, they're making play after play after play, and so we're really proud of the way those guys are all playing. Especially proud of Carter Coffin. He's a linebacker for us that kind of spells us as a backup offensive lineman, and with Chandler out last week with the concussion, we asked him to go in and play guard, and he didn't just go in and play guard. He played really, really well, which made us feel he's really athletic for an offensive lineman. And so we were able to do some stuff with him to get him out in open field where we wouldn't do that normally. So, it's another wrinkle that we can throw in there and makes teams a little bit more of a challenge to try to stop us.
And a big part of success last Friday night, and for really any football team, you guys again win the turnover battle 3-0 against Harbor last week.
Yeah, that was one of the keys to the game, and it always is one of the keys to the game, and we've done a really good job protecting the football. Knock on wood, and causing turnovers, and even in the Fayetteville game, if you look, we had a block punt, and then we turned the football over and it just killed us. And so we got to be smart with protecting the ball, and that comes with the fundamentals in practice and doing the little things right. And then we've been doing turnover circuits all year on the defensive side, and stripping balls out or putting your hat on the ball or whatever it is, and then that comes to play on Friday night. Like you said, it's a huge momentum swing for us.
And what's kind of your recurring message this week with all the homecoming stuff going on to kind of keep everybody locked in on the task at hand, which is winning the game Friday night?
Well, I mean, it's I think you kind of got to let the kids. I mean, they're a mature football team, and we hope, and so you don't want to sugarcoat it and they struggle a little bit. They've had some really tough times here lately at Heritage, and then you got homecoming, and I know the kids think that we're just going to walk out there and they're going to win. That's what our message is going to be this week. Let's don't worry about who we're playing. Let's worry about us and try to take the opportunity to get better. And not that they're going to come out and score 50 points on us and hold us to nothing. We know that they've struggled a little bit, but they're still a good football team, and we've got to worry about us and let all that other stuff, the distractions, be for the student body and the parents and people like that. Let's take care of the business, because, to be honest with you, at the end of the year, they're just going to look at your record and see where you're seated in the playoffs. They don't care if it's a homecoming game or who won the homecoming court or that. It's more important for us is who wins the game.
All right, we'll leave it there, Coach. I appreciate the time, as always. Thank you.
Thank you.